everyone, today I have the LEGO Star Wars Captain Rex helmet. It released in March of 2023 and has a retail price of $70. This is set number 75349. It has 854 pieces and is classified as an 18+ set. On the side of the box is the 20th anniversary logo for the 2003 Clone Wars series, and then on the back of the box is another view at the helmet, and at the bottom are the dimensions as well as 2 pictures from the Clone Wars TV show. A little bit of a side-by-side comparison. With majority, if not all 18+ sets, the instruction manual includes a page that just contains a bunch of information about the build that you have. Sometimes it's a lot more pages. In this case, it's just one with multiple languages on the second. Now let's take a look at the helmet. There are a total of 17 stickers included in this one, with multiple having essentially copies of each other. Definitely is a good amount, and I would have liked some more printed pieces here for an 18+ set. Building process was solid. You're making small little sections and kind of attaching it to the base as you're making the helmet, with some bigger sections every now and then. I only have one other helmet set, but I would assume that's kind of a common theme within the collection. And apart from that mouth area with the small little gap, all the other sections connect pretty well, and there's not really any gaps. And I gotta say, this is one that definitely looks way better in person to me. So starting off here at the top of the helmet with the Jag eyes, I think the design does a really good job at capturing the look using those blue wedge pieces. There is a sticker utilized in the middle to finish the design. Jag eyes are probably my favorite part, one of the coolest part of Captain Rex's helmet. I think the T-shaped visor also is a good design. Like I said, there's not really any gaps between the multiple different sections, and then there's just a lot of stickers utilized for the welding marks, since Captain Rex did combine the Phase 1 and Phase 2 helmet. And then there's also those dark bluish gray pins, one on each side, that are well represented here, and I think those also are on BARC Trooper helmets. The only part of Captain Rex's helmet that I think is a bit inaccurate and doesn't look the best is the mouth area with the grill pieces. Those are printed, which is definitely good to see, but it's really small here and doesn't give off the best look. And then on the side are some more stickers utilizing those welding marks, as well as kind of the vent type of markings as well, that are on each clone's helmet. And then on the other side is pretty much identical, and I really do like the design of the bottom part of the helmet, really getting the rounded structure. So apart from the small mouth area, I do think that the design of the entire front of the helmet is good. So now moving on to the side top area, there is the rangefinder, which has a pretty good design, and it can move in an accurate way. Just a very cool feature, and it's also a nice display option to have it, down. So both sides of the helmets do have the tally marks that Rex has, and they are utilized with stickers, and I don't know the official meaning of them, but I've seen people say that they're victories. But regardless of what it is, it's definitely cool that Captain Rex does it. And then on the back of the helmet is a pretty accurate look, but not much going on, and there's just the heavy stud look on top of the helmet, which all helmet sets have. Then of course this helmet is connected to a black stand with a printed plaque that just says Captain Rex, and it's pretty much the same design as others. I always like the consistency there. I honestly found myself liking this helmet a lot more out of the box. I had ranked every LEGO Star Wars helmet, and I had this one around the mid to lower ranking of the list. My opinions might have changed. It's really just the small mouth area that's the one kind of bad thing about this set. I thought I'd show a side-by-side comparison to the other helmet set that I own, which is the AT-AT Driver. Now this one I think is the best helmet set. The techniques used and just detail is phenomenal. But I gotta say, I definitely should get some more helmets. Definitely seeing these two next to one another is very cool, and I can just only imagine what multiple helmets would look like. Big thing that I think would improve helmet sets is the inclusion of a minifigure. I know the recent Sauron helmet did, so I hope that carries over to LEGO Star Wars, especially since the average helmet price tag is $70, which is a pretty hefty price. I think a minifigure there would definitely help it a bit. I think LEGO did a very good job on the Captain Rex design. I think it's a pretty accurate look besides the mouth area. For $70, I definitely do think that is hefty, and that's kind of what I think for most helmet sets, but that's around the average price tag, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, I do like this set. I would recommend it if you are a huge Clone Wars fan and Captain Rex fan, as I am. I'm really starting to like the helmet line, and it's just very awesome because there are plenty of characters from Star Wars that LEGO can still do, and I definitely should get some more helmet sets. And the two biggest things I want to see is the inclusion of minifigures and less stickers, and LEGO already proved that they can include a minifigure with the Sauron helmet. Overall, I like this helmet. I think the design does a good job at capturing the features, and aside from the small mouth area, it's a very great looking helmet. Anyways, that is my review of the LEGO Star Wars Captain Rex helmet. Definitely lightsaber slash that like button and hit subscribe with the bell on so you know when I upload. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.